So, how did today go?
It went pretty well. She stayed to herself. She did ask for another cup of coffee, but that was pretty much it. She went in the room, Avery.
What you say, honey?
She went in our daughter's room. I'm sorry. I got the rooms confused. I was only in there a quick second.
I've asked you not to go in there. Please respect our wishes. As you can see, it would upset her.
Yes, I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Better not.
Oh my
So
God.
yes, salutations, everyone. Thank you for joining me once again for another great interview. So I had to make sure that I had my bra on to prepare myself for another great guest that is very talented, writer, director, producer, and just make sure that you look up her work. And that clip that you just saw is from a movie called Tragic Villain. So please make sure you check that out. And I'm gonna make sure that all the links that you need is gonna be in the description box below. But without further ado, I don't like to drag these intros out because I want to make sure that you are blessed with as much presence as possible. So without further ado, I want to present to you and introduce to others Delinda Kay. And here she is, Miss Delinda Kay, writer, director, producer, all those things. So how are you, Miss Delinda Kay?
I'm doing fantastic. I hope you are as well.
Yes, I am. I'm doing even better now. How about that?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Yeah. So I want to know, Dylan, I want to know what is the premise of Tragic Villain? Like, what did you have to? What did you pull from something? Because it seemed like it's kind of like one of those type of plot twists that you not expect. So
Well,
I just yeah. So I want to know, like, what is your premise of
well,
Tragic Villain?
honestly, I didn't think you was going to ask me about Tragic Villain because it's not coming to Tubi for like to next month, but that's fine. I thought I was expecting Unauthorized Love, but anyway, that's cool.
I did that with
It's
I'm sorry.
It's coming to and well, Tragic Villain is about a married couple who recently lost an infant daughter. And the wife, she was having complications anyway, having a child. She finally gets the child, and then the child is deceased. So
Mm,
it's about a husband who's devoted to his wife. The wife is just extremely sad. She's grieving tremendously over her daughter,
of course.
as she should.
Hmm.
So the husband is stopping at nothing to get joy back into the home because she's not speaking, she's not eating, she's not hardly talking. So he seeks out anything he can find to bring joy back into the home, and he seeks out a woman who sell dolls, realistic dolls, and hopefully it'll bring her back around. It does, and
Mm,
um, and in a way that it shouldn't have. So it's called Tragic Villain because I can't tell you too much without giving
right.
it away. But it is a plot twist, and it just goes to show you how some people who are grieving, they grieve in a not a good way. Some people become mad with the world with that grief. Some people don't know how to handle grief, and
Right.
I don't think there's a lot of movies about grief out there, and that's why I took a dive into writing about grief. So, and grief is not really talked about in the culture. Like nobody really talks
Right.
about people who lose people who are important to them. My story would be my granddad. Like, so I lost him and I still struggle with that, even though he died when I was 11. So, I mean, grief needs to be talked about. It needs to be dealt with the right way, which is through our Lord, So yeah, I took a dive into grief because I thought it was necessary.
Absolutely, it is. It is, and I also like when you now just we touch on that briefly about grief because for one, grief is different for everyone.
Mhm.
It's not a blanketed thing. It's the healing process. It takes healing, and you are still not going to get over the transitional process of,
Exactly.
of a loved one, even though we know it's going to happen. We all going to face the inevitable, but
Yeah,
we're still human, and we have the right to grieve.
exactly.
I still grieve my dad as well. So yeah, and I talked about him on Father's Day. So yeah, I understand that totally. So can you give us in your perspective the steps towards grieving,
Oh,
or or how to
release,
process it?
releasing them to God
Yes.
because they're no longer here earthly, but of course they're going, to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. But if they're still in your heart in a way where you're angry with God, that's not the way to go about it. You have to release them to God and know that they're in a better place with Him and just go about your day daily, asking God to fill that void because there's a void there when you are missing somebody you love. So you have to say, God, hey, I release my granddaddy to you. I love him. He
Mm,
loved me. Lord, begin to fill that void with peace and assurance that he's okay and I'm okay. That's kind of like what you got to do on a daily to get through it. That's what I think.
yes.
I mean, that's what I had to
Yes.
do. I had to
Hmm.
release my granddaddy to God to be able to do what I'm doing and do it in peace. Because he really did help me a lot growing up, and it stuck with me. So losing him was like, oh, you know, so
Yeah, of course, of course. Now let me ask you, how does therapy play a part in the process?
oh, you got to go to therapy. At
Hmm.
first, I come from a family where therapy was not really talked about, so I didn't really
Right.
know about therapy until I got into my old age. I went to therapy for the first time. I think I was like 39. Best thing I ever did. Best thing I ever did. The best thing you could do is talk to a stranger who do not know your family, especially if your trauma is rooted in your family. You need to go talk to somebody who absolutely do not know you, and that
Right.
way they can guide you. Just make your walk better because sometimes if you do not go through therapy with that trauma that you build, and that's why your relationships is failing because you're not dealing with the root cause of why everything is going out of control. Therapy is a big part in the movie. In the movie they are going to a grief counselor. Not only he's not just a grief counselor, but he's just an overall counselor. And they're trying to get help, but she's really not talking during the counseling. The husband is trying everything he possibly can try to get through this. So grief is really big in the movie as well.
Okay. And so we're looking forward to watching, and I'm sorry if I spoiled it for everyone.
They'll put it on there coming soon whenever they get ready.
Yes.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yes, yes.
It's
Make sure you check out Tragic Villain. And so since you mentioned Unauthorized Love, please make check that out as well. I did play a clip in the beginning of Isaiah Winbush's interview, so make sure you guys check out that interview with Isaiah Winbush as well. And he's also the star of Unauthorized Love as well. So please make sure you check that out as well.
Mhm.
Now, I want to get into the backstory of Deliinda Kay, how it all started for you, and I love to hear the stories. And I really hope that you give me some memories of your childhood. Like, how did it all begin for you? Where were you born and raised? Were you in two-parent household, one-parent household, siblings, cousins running around, just tearing everything up? Did you have to play outside till the streetlights came on? Did you have to ration out the Honey Nut Cheerios, or did you have Fruit Loops in the morning, or grits and eggs in the morning, or did you have hopscotch, or did you play double dutch outside? Did you or maybe you had some well-to-do background where you had the gated community and you had tea and crumpets, or maybe she said no. So give me some memories, give me some of the music that you listened to. Did you have to dance around for the family?
Yeah.
Did like, did you have a piggy bank? Did you have to, did you that you have to use? And I know that your creative juice was flowing at that time because, like I said before in other interviews, creativity is not just something you acquire, something you're born with. So when did that come for you? Was it during your childhood? So give me some of those things.
So I was in a two-parent household up until I was 5. Um,
Okay.
we, up until I was 5, we really didn't want for nothing. My mom and dad had wonderful jobs. I just remember having, my mom and dad owned a home. We had a pretty good life, but until they split up. So when they split up is when we went into poverty,
Mm.
extreme poverty. And so my mom became a single mom instantly, of course, with 4 children. And but she worked very hard to take care of us. So we did have to. I mean, now I'm gonna give my mama her, a hand clap, because even though we were going through, we never missed a meal. Like she cooked every single day. So, and we had a process: get home, do your chores. She was cooking, house was clean. It was a routine. Siblings, of course, we fought. I was the baby. I am the baby. And my oldest, well, 9 years apart. So, but we all got along. My mama raised us to, there's no enemy in the camp. So we're very tight knit as far as sticking there for one another. There was no rivalries of, one sibling hating another. To this day, we all get along. There is no destruction. There's no strife between siblings. We all get along, and that's how she
Okay.
raised us. So yeah, childhood, I do remember having some great childhood with, even though we were in poverty, my aunt was in poverty too. So that means my cousins was in poverty. But even though we was in poverty, we still had joy. We still had love. We shared things, because they lived right beside us. And so
Right.
we had great childhood memories. I can never, knock any of that. Great childhood memories, made mud pies, played house in the barns. And then, once we moved away from my aunt, we wasn't near the cousins as much. I became a little bit of a loner because, like I said, it's just some distant time between my oldest sister and then my middle child. My middle sister was more a loner. She stayed to herself. She read books and stuff like that. She really wasn't outgoing. So I stayed outside all the time. And that's where my creative juice came. And a lot of times and how I knew I was a writer, well, I didn't know at the time, but I would talk to myself, but I would do each character.
Oh, okay.
I just wasn't writing it down. And so my mom, sometimes she would catch me and she said, "Kay, please stop talking to yourself." But she didn't know what I was
What you
doing.
was doing at the time, yeah.
And if I had known to say, "Oh, mom, give me a notebook," I would have, put it all together. And I didn't. But I had been doing it for years, even when I was little.
Oh,
I was
wow.
always outgoing. My siblings always said I was hard headed. I don't think I was, but I was
Of
always
course not.
no, of course not. I was just always doing something. You're always, curious. And so they will always make sure they say, "Okay, you so hard headed."
So let
You
me
know,
ask you, I'm glad that you were able to share those things because I'm so glad to hear, and it's refreshing that you had a decent childhood coming up because it's not, there's a lot of people that come from the other side of the mountain. They don't share those sentiments. So I'm glad that you're able to attest to the fact that there is a possibility that you can grow up, and regardless to what poverty level that you're on, whether you're working class, whatever, that you can still have
yes,
that family structure that doesn't have to deter you from having a decent childhood and you can,
exactly.
experience certain things. But so let me can you tell me at that time, we still talking about childhood, like can you give us a little bit of some realistic factors you have to face? I know you dealt with divorced parents. So can you get more into that and some of the other realistic stuff that you had to deal with at the time that you can remember?
Like, well, I do remember moving around a lot, changing schools. I did not like that. And
Yeah, yeah.
because I had to be, the uprooted and not stability. But my mom was just trying to make sure she gets us to a place that she could afford as a single mom. So I think one of the things that I didn't really like was us moving around, even though we were still in South Boston, Virginia, Alton, Virginia, whatever. It's still different schools that you could go to. And so we would move around. As we moved around, we moved schools. Just not having different things that other kids had. We had to share clothing.
Okay.
Um,
Hand me down. Mm-hmm.
we didn't have. I remember not going to school with no new school clothes. So we just had to share each other things, and we knew it was poverty, but we didn't let it crush us to the point where we couldn't get up out of it. My mama
Okay.
wouldn't allow that. So
Right.
she it's a lot of stuff I could go deep, but I want to save
Right.
it book, but she there's a lot of things mama made let us have fun with the things we did not have the others had. Okay. So if you had an in-ground pool, she might have just sprayed us with a water hose. It was just little things like that that we appreciate today, that my mama still wanted us to have fun, even though we didn't have those things that other kids had. The kids that would come to school after a good Christmas and say, oh, I got this, that, and the third. Okay, I couldn't raise my hand. I didn't get that. So it's like,
Mhm.
but at that time, I was like, okay, I know why I couldn't get it, because my mama could not afford it, and I didn't beat her up for it. It wasn't like I would come home and get mad because she couldn't do it. I knew
Right.
I couldn't get it. So that's why it made us mature early. You know,
Mhm.
mature. All us, all siblings, all of my siblings are wise because we had to mature early. So some of those things, that the poverty, the intense poverty that we went through, I don't shun anything. It made me the woman that I am today. So I'm okay with that. That moving around, the instability probably was the only one that got me, because of me trying to build friendships and then be torn away because we got to move.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that really got to me. Other than that, we kind of
And I'm
dealt with.
glad you wow, so that's good that you was able to have that humble perspective at a young age. So I think that's impressionable because most kids, they are going to make those comparisons and they end up resenting their parents like, oh, how come I can't get this new thing? How come I can't get that? And now let me ask you this, and I'm glad that you was saying that you had the ability to understand what the circumstances were when it came to not having access to certain things. So did that affect your social environment in school as far as you being teased or anything like that? Yeah.
Yeah, of course I got teased. I got teased all the time. I
Mhm.
got teased all the way. The last time I got teased was in the middle school.
Mm.
After that, when I got to the high school, I had a job in the ninth grade. I was not playing. And I started buying my own stuff. But yeah, girls who thought they were supposed to be my friends, they was picking on me. I had the Reebok. I'm gonna tell you, I had some Reebok classics, right? Remember they was real hot one time.
Yeah, 5411s?
Uh-huh. And
Yeah.
so I had some white shoe polish because my mama could not afford to buy me a new pair. So I had to
Right,
my
right.
white shoe polish. Oh,
Yeah.
they never let me live that down. They picked at me so bad. And I ain't forgot that. I ain't forgot the girl that did it. They really, really talked about me really bad. That
Mm.
and I went home crying because I was like, and I understood my mama could not afford it. And it was just what it is. And this particular girl, she could afford it because her mama had probably a nice job and my mom didn't. So they didn't understand. And that's why I don't play that bullying stuff. I told my kids
No,
straight,
no.
I don't play
Mm-mm.
because your mama was picked on. So we're not gonna do that. So I'm very strict about the bullying because
Yeah, yes, thank you. Please.
and so
Yes.
when I found out my son was bullying a child, I went up to that school. I did not take his side. I went up to the
Right.
school so fast. I know you lying. We talked about this. You never
Yes.
did it again. So but yeah, I was bullied because I didn't have, not because I smelled or I was dirty. My mama made sure we were clean. It was just that we didn't
Right.
have what they had, you know. So
Right.
that was some of the things I remember as growing up. We definitely was bullied. I was even
Yeah.
bullied for my book bag. How can you get bullied for
Wow.
a book bag?
Yeah, yeah.
Because it was like the plastic book bags. My mom, remember back in the day, it was like not plastic. I guess they were plastic, and they kept breaking. The straps kept breaking.
Right, right.
So they were picking me at that about that. So
Anything they could target you for, they will. Yes,
yeah,
unfortunately.
we went through. I went through that. Yes, I did.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate, but I'm glad that you have a handle on it, especially now as a parent. Because like I said, I can't stand bullying either, and it's something that we got to stop normalizing it and thinking this is
Yeah.
some kind of rite of passage or it's part of growing up. No, don't let it be. Why
No.
let it be a part of growing up? You don't have to let it be a part of growing up, and
No.
that's very dismissive. A lot of parents and and loved ones do that a lot. So
Yeah.
please stop doing that. You
Yeah.
know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so Delinda, so now that we still on, on that childhood thing, I like to go into the elementary, junior high school phase of it all, as I like to talk about that too, because a lot of times they don't realize how much self-discovery comes into elementary, junior high school, whether it's puberty, acne, you're trying to develop more of your social skills, you're getting adapted to your environment, you're not home as much. You're humping in the staircase and you're dealing with other things. You're going into more groups. Maybe you might have some sports or clubs that you're participating in, trying to, keep up with your academics. So give me your experience with elementary and junior high school.
Let me point this out before I go into this. My mom has always been strict.
Oh,
Okay,
really?
honey, we would be terrified of her feet hitting the ground. Who's she coming to see? I mean, my mama didn't play, and you gonna get whooped if you do something stupid. Period. She don't have time for that.
Mhm.
She used to always say, "Kay, when y'all leave out of here, out of this house, you represent me. So
Yep.
don't be going
Yep.
out there acting stupid
Don't be
because
showing you. Mm-hmm.
you know
They'll show out.
don't show out." My mama didn't play that.
Mm-hmm.
So if she
Mm-hmm.
calls to the school, you gonna get a whooping. So I said all that to say, well, first of all, when I was in elementary, I was more like a tomboy. My mama just knew I was gonna be a lesbian. She was like, girl, you better. She was so scared, and I was such a tomboy. And so then when I was leaving elementary, when I went into the middle school is when I found my femininity. And honey, you couldn't tell me not to wear on some tight jeans. I wanted to,
Oh,
my because I had a shape. And so I was like, and she was like, "You're not wearing that." She didn't want me to wear that, but I was determined to, because I
to
was
get out your shell and blossom a little bit.
because I was used to being this, you better not touch me, I'm gonna beat you. I was used to being this stud type, and then I came into this femininity, and you could not tell me nothing. All the baggy jeans went out the window, the baggy shirts went out the window, and I embraced my body.
Yes.
And the boys noticed immediately in middle
Oh,
school.
so that's where you hopping in the staircase.
No. Well, I did do some stuff in the staircase, but look, my mom don't know about that. But she do. I remember my mama was on me real bad. And I'm gonna tell you just one story. She probably remember, but one of the stories is she had back then there was no cell phones. So she would look in the book bag. We used to write notes, letters.
Mm-hmm.
And I called myself having this boyfriend, this middle school. It was 7th grade. And so she said, all of a sudden, she was like, "Let me check your book bag." I was like, okay. And she found a letter I had just wrote to my so-called boyfriend, and the stuff I was going to do to him.
Oh.
She tore my behind.
Oh. Damn, what did you say in that letter? Now I want to know what the heck you say in that letter.
It was something I ain't had no being known about.
Oh.
Sexually. He couldn't wait too. I told him about it.
Oh, he read it. Oh, you ain't get to. Oh.
He knew about it. He knew about it because I already told him. We had already talked about it on the phone. My mama didn't hear that part, but then I wrote about it. And so she found the note. Well, she found a letter to him in the book bag. She read it. She read it out loud in front of my other siblings.
Oh no! Oh my God! Why would she do you? Why would she embarrass you like that?
Because she set the example. What do you mean?
Yeah, she was like, "Okay, see, that's what you're not going to do."
Yeah, so she would mind her, but she tore me up. I never forget it. I never did it again. I was very. I ain't gonna say I did. I was very careful.
Right.
Book
so
bag.
You started, you had to be more sneaky. You had to be more sneaky with your freaky.
But after that particular guy, I didn't talk to no more because he was just weird. And then, so yeah, he was just weird. So after that, there was another guy that I started liking. That was in the 8th grade, but I ended up marrying him. That's crazy.
What? Oh, okay. We gotta get into that later on. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you join any were you more reserved? Were you a popular kid in junior high? Like how were your grades? What did you play any sports? Were you a cheerleader? Like what are some of the?
I didn't want to do any of that. I was the cool girl.
You said you were a tomboy at that.
I was a tomboy. But not no more. Not when I got to
at that time you blossomed. Yeah.
I was doing fashion. I wanted to be cute. I was,
Yes.
So I didn't want to do any sports or anything like that. I think I tried out for like pom-pom team or something, but that was just to stay after class. I wasn't serious. But in middle school, my grades was decent. They weren't like straight A's because I still was into boys. That's all I cared about. I was popular because of the way I look, and how cool I was. Because I didn't really have. I was making friends. I was friends with guys and girls. So I really didn't have people that really hated on me unless you were just a hater. But I got along with everybody. So it was like, Delinda's just cool. Kind of like that. So I was the cool girl. So I didn't really do anything, no sports or anything like that.
Yeah.
I was just a social butterfly to everyone. To everyone.
Yes. Okay.
too. All my teachers.
Oh,
So that
okay.
was me in the middle school.
All right. So you was like very extroverted.
Yeah.
Okay. So now let me ask you how did some of the self-discovery, well, actually before I get into, the high school of it all, do you remember the levels your self-discovery at that time between elementary, junior, high school? What did you discover about yourself?
That I wanted. Well, I knew from an early age that I wanted to be on TV. Now that I
Oh,
knew.
you did.
Oh
Okay.
God, yeah. I knew when I was a little girl. I remember when I was little. We were probably this was probably elementary when I looked at my brother. My brother was a big tease, even though he loved me. He got on my nerves, and I used to write songs and sing it to him, and he would just be like, "Boo, don't sing
Oh,
this."
wow.
But he
Oh
didn't
my.
really mean it. Like, he was just loving to tease on me and stuff. Because the reason why I was a tomboy is because he used to wrestle with me because he was the only boy.
Mm.
I had to wrestle with him because I was, the baby, and he was like, "Yeah, let me do this
But that
figure."
comes in handy, and because you have to defend yourself at some point.
Yeah, that's why my mama thought I was gonna be a stud because she was like, "You
Oh,
need to." I was running no, no joke. I would run around. This before I had boobs. I would run around with no shirt on. I was flat chested, and she was like, "Hey, put your shirt on. What are you doing?"
right.
But I thought I was, what I'm saying? I was with the boys. I was fighting, like I'm fighting. So it's like, I didn't pay no attention to her, and so I was fighting with my brother. But anyway, I was singing songs and stuff, and I be telling him, "Oh, I'm gonna be on TV one day." He'd be like, "Hey, you'll be on TV." This is something he would say.
Such
But I
a
knew
hater, just a hater.
he was a hater. He's a rage.
Yeah.
He was definitely a rage baiter. But now he supports everything I do, every single thing I do.
He better.
He's a mess. And
Yeah.
but he used to laugh at me when I used to do that. I used to be like, I'm gonna be on TV one day, boy.
Who were some of your inspirations? What made you? What drove you to that point?
I'm gonna tell you what it is. This is crazy, but my aunt Barbara, the one I used to live beside, when I was talking about my aunt and all the cousins, we used to live beside this one aunt, and she used to watch soap operas daily.
Okay. Okay.
In there, I used to sit on the floor and look. But what fascinated me, and even though, like I said, I was like a tomboy, looking at Erica Kane on All My Children
Yes.
and seeing
Yes.
how beautiful she was and
Mhm.
how she used to act and how the lights and stuff used to raise and the music go up and down. It just fascinated me. And I never
Wow.
had to be a part of it. And then what used to blow me was her earrings was always gold and sparkly for some reason. And I'd be like, dang, I want them earrings. Oh wow. And
Wow.
I just used to look at her and be like, I want to be on TV, period. And so my mom is a very, she's girly girl. My mom is girly girl. So I used to play in her makeup. I stayed
So
in her.
yeah, she was
Stayed.
prissy. She was prissy.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time when I tell people this, they think it's crazy. My mom, I'm 42. My mom, I've never seen her nails. I've never seen her bare nails. I've only seen polish. And I'm 40
Okay.
years old. Hold on one second. Tyreek, I'm on a Zoom call. Okay. Yeah, she's prissy. And so, but yeah, that's where that comes from. And all of her daughters are the same. We all the same because it comes from her.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so that's where that inspiration came from watching soap operas. That's where it all started.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you said that so it seemed like to me like you watching the soap operas, you was fascinated with Erica Kane. Shout out to Susie Lucci. She's still alive to this day and still looking good.
I
Still
know.
beautiful.
I love her.
Yeah. And so now when you because I know you said back during childhood that you used to have these voices, these characters in your head. So now and you started trying to make your brother the audience and he was hating on you. So at that time when you was watching the show, you was
Yeah.
watching the soap, saying you starting to you're trying to develop these things and you're trying to because you're trying to figure out okay like what to do with this. Did you know at that time okay what can I have this talent but do I know what it is? Do I know what to do with it at that time, or did it take some time for you to really figure it out?
It took a long time for me to figure
Yeah.
out
Okay.
that I had it in me. When I went to high school, I wrote like this murder mystery, and I can't even remember how I went. I just
Oh.
remember writing it on. That was the first thing I actually wrote, and I actually wrote it on a notebook, and it got around the school, and I never got it back. But they wanted to
Hmm.
what would happen next. And nobody would tell me where, to this day, I don't know what happened to it. But it was like, I would write something different and I would pass it around. Then it would finally get back to me. Whoever got it last, they never gave it back. So I don't know.
Oh no, I wonder if they stole it and made it their own and making millions of it. You never know. You never know.
Yeah, it was a murder mystery about friends, who we don't know who among the friends killed this particular person. It was kind of like that. And so I do remember that part of it. And I never got it back. And they really upset me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I wish today I could get it back in my hands.
Yeah, you better. Okay, we gotta find out who that person is. You know, like where's Delinda's story? Where is it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I mean, that was high school. That's when I wrote my first piece. Period.
What high school did you go to?
Halifax County High School.
Okay, and so now at the time, so this is when you started to really own your niche. Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. And so now at the time, did you enter into any type of contests or any any competitions? Like, did you like push it at that time or
no. I took theater arts in high school. I tried out for plays and never got it. And I made a vow then. I said, if I ever have a production company, I would rarely do auditions. I would let anybody who has a dream to act come to my set. I made that vow. And that's the reason why, because I know I was passionate about acting. I really wanted to do it, but because of who you had to be certain people to get into the
absolutely
club.
Yes.
So I was like, okay. So I made that vow. If you want to do it, I will give you the opportunity. And that's why I do that. I know a lot of people, not to touch on it early, but a lot of people talk, oh, she needs some new actors. Y'all don't know what I promise people. You don't know what I promised God. So my vow is to him and not y'all. So it's,
you better tell it.
That's where I'm at with it. So I can care less about, oh, he's not a great actor. She's not a great actor. We don't care about what y'all say in those comments because I know what I'm doing for those people. And if you notice, I use the same people because those people are trying to do something. They're getting somewhere. And if you can't see the growth, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. So I made vows to the people that you see with me. And those people that are with me, they really want to do this. They want to pursue. They share the same passion I do. So that's my pact I made with them. And so it is what it is. But yeah, to be in the theater arts, well, I was in theater arts and I won a monologue. I did a monologue. I don't even remember the title of the monologue, but I won first place. I think I got $100 or something like that. But yeah, the passion was acting. That was my first passion, but I didn't know that it would blossom into all of this at once.
We're gonna get into all of that because I definitely want to know how it blossomed, and I definitely looking forward to hearing about that that transition. So yeah, but thank you for that segue though, because I'm definitely going to work on that. So during high school, that's when you owned your craft and you started writing and did you? So you didn't direct any plays in high school? Like you didn't you didn't do none of those things. You just kept it like kind of hidden a little bit, not hidden, but you kept it more to yourself at that time.
My theater art teacher, she saw something in me. But like I said, in my little town, it's who you know.
Yes.
It's not talent. And so it is what it is. So it's not that I was hidden. It was just that I wasn't going to come to me. It wasn't going to come to me, and it was okay with it. I was okay with that because I knew my time was coming, even if I had to get out of the mud. So, but no, I wasn't hidden. I really wanted it. She knew I wanted it. So I went through high school. I think I got 100. I think I didn't even get like a 99. I got 100 in that class. I was very serious about theater arts, very, very serious about it. But yeah, I didn't hide it. It's just, I know that when a teacher say, oh, you didn't graduate, and what you guys going to do? And I used to be like, I'm going to be on TV. That's how
you was determined. Like you were still on that TV thing, huh?
Yeah, I won't going to let that go. I don't think so. I won't going to let that go. So that's kind of like what I would always answer them with. Every teacher asked me, I'd say the same thing. At first I was saying cosmetology because I used to, I love the makeup and all of that. So that was something that I love, but that don't mean I'm not going to do it.
Right. Absolutely.
It's not my first love, So, but yeah, I kept it pretty much the same. I'm gonna be on TV. Y'all gonna see. That's
You're
pretty much
gonna
what
see.
I would say. Yeah,
Absolutely. So
yeah.
let me ask you, Delinda. So other than theater arts, like what are some of the other things that interest you in high school? And what was another, because that's a whole level of self-discovery as well. As far as I know, you told me your self-discovery in junior high, but there's a different level of self-discovery in high school. What are some of the takeaways that you've carried with you from high school? Did you start dating? Did you really start feeling yourself even more? I'm sure you have, but yeah, let me get more of the high school stuff.
Oh, high school was. Mm-mm. High
Oh.
school wasn't all that great for me.
Mm.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because, like I told you before, I was a social butterfly, and I endured a lot in high school from females. And um, we had something called class day. And this and to the class that I graduated in, I don't care if they, oh, she's still holding on to that, but I want them to understand something. I was never what you called me. We had something on class day, and what they gave you they gave you awards. Not
Okay.
like academic awards, just awards that your peers give you.
Like most likely to, like that type of
Yeah,
thing?
that.
Oh, okay.
And they gave me she thinks she's all that.
Oh, mm. Not
And
surprising.
I couldn't believe
Mm-mm.
that they gave me that, because I was like, even the guys, my friend guys, they was like, that ain't you, Delinda. I said, I know. So I'm a little confused as
It's
to
their
why.
insecurities.
I was like, why would y'all give
Mhm.
me, she thinks she's all that, when I don't even act like that? The people who really know me, I would give you the shirt off my back. I would never, ever even. They thought, oh, she thinks y'all that. Back in the day, you would say, some guys would say I was attractive. Okay.
Mhm.
Popular because I'm attractive. Okay. So that's the only reason why I would think that they thought that, because I never carried myself like that. Never, ever carried myself like that. Now, when I got in high school, I did dress a little better because I had a job. But just because I cared
Mm.
about how I look does not mean
Right.
I had a.
Right. But that's yeah, but girls don't see it that way. They do not
But
see
my
it that
mom
way.
taught me maintenance. So
Yeah.
what are you
Yeah.
talking about? She taught her
Yeah.
girls maintenance. Not to act like we were vain, but when you go out, make sure you look good. Don't be looking a mess. You know, and so I think that with them doing that to me, it really upset me. I didn't cry because you won't get that out of me. But it upset me because I was like, y'all, why would y'all give me this
Where'd I
award?
get that from? Yeah.
Be for
Mhm.
real. And I remember talking to a guy friend of mine, and he was like, Kate, don't worry about that, because I know you definitely don't act like that. He's like, don't worry about it. I was like, I'm not worried about it, but the whole class, the whole 500 some students, I think it was like
Yeah.
500.
I tell you, and it's always our own people. Like the insecurities, it's all about projection. But we went, some of us back at that time in high school, we wouldn't know at that time because now, or it could be jealousy, it could be a lot of factors that play a part. But when it comes to women, us as women,
Yeah,
we're so divisive. But
it's
but
terrible.
but you know what? And that's okay. You know what, Delinda, when you have those type of individuals, those type of women. And I'm not a cusser, but I'm a have Billy Paul to help us out here.
Okay. Oh my God.
Yeah, just hey, you
That's
know,
serious.
so that so sometimes you just have to dismiss it with dismiss the hate with that. So yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, my high school wasn't all that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just kept it strong. If I graduate, I know what I'm about to do when I leave. So it was a blur. It wasn't
Right.
exciting. It just wasn't exciting.
But it's just unfortunate, it's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
And as and you and I know this for yourself that you have women at their big ages that
Yeah.
still
It's
carry these. We see it on reality TV all the time. We still have women that carry on these insecurities and this cattiness towards other
yes,
women. Yeah,
yes,
so we need to stop
insane.
that. We need to do better. We need to do
We need
better.
to uplift each other and stop
Mhm.
being jealous of one another. Get real. Be for real.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because there's no need for that. There's no
Yeah.
need for that. Yeah, but I'm sorry that the high
Oh
school
no,
that experience. Yeah, you
look where
good? Yeah, he's like I'm good.
I ain't worried about them at all. I
Yeah,
mean,
good, good.
when I was graduating years ago, but it stuck with me because I'm like, the whole class think that is insane. Come on, be for real.
Of course, And you have the right to your feelings. I mean, because I'll be hurt by that too. Like, wow. Well, that's how you really feel.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but they're entitled to their opinions because opinion is not fact.
No.
An opinion is like a butthole. Everybody has one,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you take it.
Hmm.
And so after high school, right after high school, where did you go from there? Right after high school.
Oh my God. So right after high school, the day of graduation, I met my first husband.
Okay. Right. You said day after graduation. How
Well,
did that?
the
Yeah.
day,
How
the
did that
day
happen?
of
Yeah.
graduation.
Yeah. Tell me more about that.
Oh my God. He was bouncing at the graduation party. He was older than me. He was 25, I think. I can't remember. He was like
Oh,
6.
that's even more. That's intriguing already. Go ahead.
Yeah, and so he the guy that I was dating at the time in high school was not in school. He wasn't in school. So he was supposed to pick me up from the graduation party and he wasn't answering the phone.
Mm.
So the bouncer, my ex-husband at the time, he was like, I was like, oh my God, I ain't gonna know how to get home. How am I gonna get home? I wasn't driving. And he was like, I'll get you home. I was like, no, you're not.
Right.
Even though he was very handsome, I was like, no, you're not gonna take me home. And he was like, yes, I am. He said, if you ain't got no way, I'll get you home. I ain't gonna hurt you. I said, okay. So I kept calling my main boyfriend 1,000 times, like, where are you?
Mm, 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 mm.
Right when I was about to get into my ex-husband's car, he pulls up and I'm like, you're late. And he was like, come on, what are you doing? And he thought he saw me about to get into the car with the stranger. And he, took me up. But the one I was in a relationship with in high school, he was so back and forth, and we ended up calling it quits.
Right.
And then my ex-husband found me where I worked. And he
How
came
did he find you? How did he find you?
a little town child.
Oh, I'm about to say, a stalker much?
No. It was, you're gonna find me because the town is so small. So
Got you.
help but bump into me. So I was working and he came into the store and he said, can I have your phone number? I saw you the other night, and I was like, sure. Because I was already over the boyfriend anyway.
Right.
Much. So I got his phone number and I never used it because I was still in a relationship with the guy from high school. And then something was just in me was like, let's call this quits, the one in high school. Because like I said, he was not in high school with me. He was older. So I just felt like he wasn't giving me what I needed. So I broke it off with him. And then one day I was just like really sad at home. One day I was bored. And like I said, I don't have a car. This guy had a car. So I texted him. At the time, texting was there. It was like the old fashioned text. I texted him. I was like, you want to go to the movies? He was like, who is this? And I told him who I was. He was like, okay, yeah, send me the address. And I sent the address. He came pick me up. We went to the movies. And then we was together. And so right after that, that's when we got married. I got married early. And
okay.
Yeah, so we got married. He knew he wanted to marry me as soon, we spent probably I think we spent like 2 months together. It wasn't very long. It was crazy. I should have never did that. But we had fun together. And so the 2 months turned into, we got married and we had our daughter. And yeah, it was a lot. It's a lot going on.
And so with that experience, what did you learn about yourself? This is a 2-part question. What did you learn about yourself? And what did you learn about your approach towards your next relationship or your next marriage?
I learned that I had absolutely no discernment. Absolutely.
Yes, right.
I learned
you
that
were young. Yeah.
I didn't know. I'm gonna tell you what the problem was. My dad left when I was 5. He took his love with him. So I'm searching for dad. I'm searching for that love, that void. So when this man comes along who opens the door for me, asks me, do I need anything out the store? Baby, you want to go out of town this weekend? This stuff I ain't never seen. What you talking about? I'm gonna say, yeah. So I'm running after this that I never had. I didn't spend time with my father like talking about it. So this man is showing me things I ain't never seen before. So I was gullible, I was vulnerable. And so I learned that take your time.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this too. If they're showing you they're Casanova, you better be in high alert
Mhm.
I didn't know that then.
Yeah,
But
those charmers, boy, those charmers will get you. Those
this
men with charm.
child, listen, he charmed me so good.
Yes.
Very romantic. You better watch out
Mhm.
for that. He was so romantic. He cannot be beat with the romance. I'm gonna tell you that right now. To
Right.
this day, no man has beat him with romance. No man.
Mm,
That
mm.
he would show up with flowers. He would show up with jewelry, perfume. He's romantic.
And
And
you know
see,
what's on? Oh, sorry.
hey, baby, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I was going to insert this. It's so unfortunate because those things is something that you should expect from a man to do and not it being a red flag. But unfortunately, love bombing exists. And so you don't know who's genuine, who's
Yeah,
sincere. So you say sense of discernment, that's so important. But it's like how? Because like the stuff that you're talking about is what a man's supposed to come at you with. Those are some of the things that they're supposed to do.
yeah.
But unfortunately, those are some of the things that lure you. That's how those are the tactics that they use. It's a form of manipulation. So that's
Oh, God, yes.
unfortunate. You don't know who's being manipulative or who's being sincere. And those who are coming in with good intentions, sometimes they get the short
Yeah,
end of the stick because we're
yeah,
so guarded now. We're so guarded because we've been so, yeah,
yeah.
we're so tainted now.
I
Yes,
went
I
through
want
that.
to insert that real quick.
No,
Mhm,
yeah, that
mhm,
everything you said is so true. Like that love bombing is something. And I was so young. And I was coming straight out of high school. I didn't know. And my
mhm.
mom was kind of happy for me because she saw that I was happy. But she told me, she said, that ain't your husband. Them
Oh,
mamas know, don't they? She didn't care if she hurt my.
yeah.
She said, don't you marry him. He ain't your husband.
Mm.
I was like, you a hater.
And
That's
that
what I
and that drew you more to her. That drew you more to him. Yep. You
oh
got closer to him after that, right? Yep. Uh-huh.
yes. Yes. I'm like, the one time I'm getting happy, you talk about he ain't my husband. Girl, please.
Mhm.
I should have listened to her. I should have
Mhm.
listened. Mamas be knowing. Some
They
of them,
do. They
some
do.
mamas are haters, but some of them are genuinely got your best interests at heart.
Yes, that's true.
So yeah, I should have listened to her. But then again, it's like, I'm glad I went through what I went through. It turned into domestic violence. Um,
Mm.
it lasted 7 years. I had 2 kids with him, two they're
Wow.
grown now.
Yeah.
Um, but I didn't want to let the marriage go because I knew my mom and dad had broke up, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna break this curse. I'm gonna break this too."
Mm.
Yeah.
Don't
No,
put yourself under that pressure. Don't do. Mm-mm.
you're thinking to your back of your
Yeah, I don't understand.
you know what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying to my. Excuse me, 1 second. Water. This is what I'm saying to myself. I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna break this curse. I want my kids to grow up with their father,"
Yes.
but I couldn't keep enduring it. I just couldn't do it
You
no more.
should. You're not supposed to.
No, no. And so, but yeah, I wouldn't. That's why I did unauthorized love. The first red flag, she jetted. The first time he choked her, she didn't waste no time. She left. That movie and I hope that the women saw it like, oh, she left as soon as he hit her. Yeah, she didn't
Yes.
waste no time. What are you talking about? You're not going to hit me and just keep on hitting me and staying in that. No, you leave the first time you see a sign of anger and all that stuff because it's rooted in something you don't know of, and so he needed some, probably some therapy and stuff like that. But yeah. Yeah, I would tell anybody who sees the red flag, leave immediately. Don't
Yes.
let it simmer. Just go immediately. But I'm okay that I went through all that stuff to help me with the movies. That's how I write half of the movies. The stuff I've been through is where it comes from. I don't come off nobody else's life. I come off of what I go through, and I just
Absolutely.
into the movie. So yeah,
And I'm glad that you able to allow your kind of like art imitating life so to speak, and you're
Mhm.
able to draw from that
Mhm.
experience. So I do appreciate you kind of sharing that awareness,
Yeah,
because it's
absolutely.
very important. So like again, make sure you check out unauthorized love so you can understand where Delinda is coming from when it comes to not willing to settle. Don't settle
Exactly.
for don't settle for what you think, just because don't be stuck with the mentality of better having half a man than no man at all, or don't be stuck with those ideologies that your grandma and aunties back in the day used to give you, because they frown upon divorce and they frown upon, you don't have to endure. We understand there are challenges in relationships. We get that.
Yeah.
We're going to be tested, but there's just certain things you don't have to endure.
Girl,
You don't
yes,
have to.
please.
You don't. You don't. Yeah.
No.
So yeah. So please, get rid of that barbaric way of thinking. So
Yeah.
thank you for sharing that with us, Delinda. So now right after high school, I think we get into. I know you said you got married, but what else did you do after? Did you go to college? Did you work? Um, what did you do
I
after
went
high school?
straight into I went straight into the work field because a year, well, not even a year, about 9 months later, I was pregnant. So I had to work immediately. And so
Yes.
I went straight into
You had to
retail.
do some adulting. Yeah.
Yes,
Hmm.
I had to do this thing fast. I went straight to retail. I did not go to school, to college or anything. The writing had been put on the backboard burner. And then what happened was we was going to church heavily. And I remember going to a church and this prophet was there, and she
Mm,
spoke to me and she said that I was going to go all over the world writing, plays and movies and that. She had already spoken it over my life, and it kind of just I needed to hear that because it was God's voice telling me, get your tail back into where you need to be. And I still didn't do anything with it.
okay.
Even though I heard it, I didn't do anything with it, but I knew I had to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, but the thing about it is, the timing won't right. I couldn't do what I'm doing now with that
Right.
in. That was not going to happen because of the abuse.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I
Right.
wasn't going to be
Absolutely.
able to pour into anybody else because I needed to be poured into. So the timing wasn't right with that. So I did hear that I was supposed to do it, and I didn't do anything with that. And so for 7 years, of course, I was with him, and then we got a divorce. And then I met my second husband.
Okay. And so, can you give us a couple of things here? Um, can you give us what you've learned and what you carry, and how did you carry that into the courtship with your second husband? What was different this time around? Like, can you give us more of the backstory? 'Cause I like when people share their meetups. I like people to share their love story. I love to hear it.
I know. So,
Yeah.
well, I knew this one. I knew my second husband for years. We were sweethearts.
Okay.
So, so I knew him like back of my hand. And so, but we did decide to take everything slow. Like getting married was just not, we wasn't trying to rush into that. But we knew we loved each other. And so,
How did you know you loved each other? How did you know?
oh, we got history, honey. We got history
So
here.
we got history.
I'm talking childhood history, like 14 years old history. When
Oh, okay.
first found out that we had feelings for each other was when we was 14, and it kind of carried on. And we have been on it. We have been on and off for years in between
Oh,
all this, you know.
gotcha.
So we just I don't know.
You kind of sound like Monique and her husband.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah, that sounds just like that.
it's some people, you know, you can't shake because of the chemistry, and like I said, we like right now we get along fine. We're not together anymore, but we get along fine. And there's no animosity, never has been, you know,
Okay.
never have been. Not with him.
Oh,
He's never
right.
put hands on me, never ever done nothing like that. Never. And it just didn't work out. But going into the marriage, we took it slow, but he did back everything I did. So when I first started doing the plays, he was right there. My second husband, he was right there. He was there when I started. So he knew when I basically answered the call, like to do what I'm doing today. And he was there.
That's
But
wonderful.
when you're doing this stuff, you sacrificing some stuff. Okay. So the person you with have to be able to sacrifice with you. Because
Yes,
if you
yes.
don't, y'all not gonna stay
It's
together.
not for the weak. Yeah, this game, this game is not for the weak.
So that's kind of like the situation.
Mm.
Very unfortunate, but it is what it is. But I had to make sacrifice because I know where we were going, and if you can't see that, then you're not gonna work out anyways.
Right, right.
But like I said, I have nothing negative to say about him because he was there to support. He supported me from the beginning. He probably still supports me now. I think he watched a couple movies or something. But like, he was totally different from my first husband. Totally different. He didn't show no signs of hitting, or he was just not the same. Totally different.
Right.
Just totally different. And we like I said, we have childhood history. We met each other when we was 14. My mom went to his dad's church.
Okay.
How we met.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so is it fair to say that y'all make much better friends than husband and wife? Y'all make much better friends. That happens. Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna say either or, because we were friends before anything.
But it's a different type of friendship. That's real about it. It's different.
Yeah. Our friendship is crazy. It's just hilarious. We know each other so well. We know what pushes our buttons and what don't. We know that. We just know each other from being around each other all the time. But I think the marriage, I'm gonna say it should have been some more praying. Put it that way.
Okay.
That's the only thing I can say. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, but I'm just glad that you're
married. Pray daily. Don't skip not one day. Put it that way. Because there's somebody out there don't want y'all together. That's a fact.
True.
That's a fact. My biggest advice would be to pray over your marriage daily. Don't skip one day. Don't give the devil a foothold. I promise you.
Please don't.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Pray over. Thank you. Okay. Please don't. Pray over your marriage daily. There is somebody who do not want you together.
Yeah. So,
my advice.
Do you want to get married again, Delinda?
Of course.
Okay. You believe? Still believe in it? Okay.
Yeah, because see, you don't. Marriage is a ministry, and
yes,
marriage is a good
thing. Can be.
Yeah, marriage is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. People make it bad. It's not a bad thing at all. You just want to be married to the right one. That's it. That's all.
Yeah. All right. So, now are you dating, or you just kind of taking, just kind of taking some time for yourself, because sometimes you just gotta be one with yourself. So that's you are right now.
I tried the dating scene, and nowadays I don't know what this is.
Yeah, I know.
They're sending like all these photos at one time, and I'm like, so I called my friend. I said, "What is all this? What is the pictures coming for?" She bust out laughing. She said, "Miss Kay, this is what they do." I said, "I don't want to see them pictures. Why am I seeing all these pictures?" They send threads of pictures of them, and I'm like, I didn't ask for the pictures. So that's how long it's.
But they DM you, or
they DM me. If I get interested, I'll exchange my number or whatever, and then here come the pictures, and I'm like,
pictures.
What is the pictures? What is that? Am I that far gone that I don't know what's going on with the dating world? Because as soon as you started talking to somebody, the dudes will start sending pictures, and you're like, what is this? I don't want to see all that. I don't want them pictures coming to me like that. Let's talk first. I'm old school. I'm old school. I don't got time for this young generation. They send a thread. They call it a thread. My daughter, well, that's what we do.
It's online. Now it's online. You meet someone online, and yeah, but I know, a lot of people prefer, the old fashioned way, like you said.
I'm very old. Listen, I'm old school. I love old school music. So if you know how to date me, you won't have to understand I am not with this new stuff. Now I'm not old fashioned. The new stuff I just can't get down with.
So what you want? What do you want in a mate? What do you want in a person?
Well, first of all, they gotta understand what I'm doing, because if you can't,
facts. Mm-hmm.
You gotta automatically understand what I'm doing. I'm a hard worker, and this is what I do. What I'm looking for is, first of all, I want somebody to love God, because if you love God, you can love me correctly, and because that's my faith. And I want somebody who don't come up here telling no lies, because I'm gonna see right through you. That's how seasoned I am now. I'm gonna be able to tell it off the rip. So don't play no games. Don't come over here looking at dollar signs, because that ain't gonna happen either. Don't look at me talking, don't come over
here. That's not a flex. Yeah.
Please don't. You're gonna waste your time. Because and it's not women like us that are successful, it's hard for us to date because men think we don't need nothing.
They threaten. Yeah.
We do. We need emotional support, and we need a man to lead. It's not that even though we're doing something don't mean y'all can't lead. Men,
Exactly.
they can't offer us anything, but they can.
Yes,
You
they
can
can.
live. But they don't want to date us because we have so much going on now. You don't need, some of them won't even approach me.
Because
They
I know deep down, I know, and I'm not surprised, Delinda, because you know why? And I still feel like this to this day. They don't, men don't really like us like that. I stand by that so wholeheartedly. They don't like us. If it wasn't for us being able to bear children and being able to have certain sexual capabilities, they don't like us like that. They really don't. They really don't.
that is so funny because it's so true.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you see where I'm coming from. Okay.
Oh, they don't like that. They don't like us like that.
They
I
don't.
agree with you. They don't because they would have some act right with them. They would have some act right with them. But I don't put myself out there to date because I just don't got time to waste. I'm in a good place in my life right now. Don't come over here
Okay.
wasting my time. Don't come over here wasting my time now. Now I've had
Hmm.
guys reach out to me now, but I can't stand how the conversation starts.
How
I'm
they
not.
start? How they starting?
How you doing? Every one of them is the same thing. Is how you doing? It's
What's
nothing.
wrong with?
No, there's nothing different.
Oh,
I
okay.
I like different because that's so generic. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay. Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I had this one guy inbox me and he was different. I instantly had a connection with him, but he had a girlfriend. And when I found
Mm.
her,
Ah. Yeah.
don't even play with me like that.
Mm.
Saying, but he was the one that was different.
Right.
But
Yeah.
we know you gonna ask how you doing. Do something totally different, because we're not regular women. Don't do the same thing everybody doing. Don't do that. Be
Right.
creative. We're not creative anymore. They just in your inbox. What you got going on today? I'm like, okay,
Right.
yeah. Do something creative. If you've been watching my page long enough, you should see interest. Be creative. I mean,
Right.
all I'm saying, but they don't know how to do that. They don't
Yeah.
take.
No. Yeah. Show that interest. Like really show interest. Don't
That's
just
all I'm
go
saying.
along to get along. Yeah. Just show
Not the
interest.
generic stuff. You can get what
Right.
you're doing all day long from different men. I'm talking about be creative, and they're not doing that. So when I see it, it's just another random guy who's saying how you doing, and that's
All
all I.
right. All right. So you hear that you guys. Delinda Kay, be original. That's
Yes,
what she's saying. Be original.
it's
Yes.
not that
Come
I'm stuck up.
correct.
I don't got time to. No, I'm not stuck up by any means. I'm not a stuck up person. I will talk to anybody, but the ones that just do the same old thing in the inbox, I ain't.
No, right. You have the right. No, I mean, it's not about being stuck up. It's about knowing what you want and understanding your worth. I mean, like you
Yeah,
said, I mean, you know, the games are over. Like, we're not in our 20s. I mean, come
no,
on.
come on,
No.
be real.
Come with it. Exactly. I agree. Just come with it.
Yeah,
But I think also we have to also consider the fact that it's not as easy for men either. Let's
no,
just be real about it because these
yeah.
women out here are not, you know, yeah,
We just had this conversation with my
yeah.
mom. Yeah.
They are not they don't make them like they used to. Like they're just not where they need to be at this. I'm gonna just put it that way. I'm gonna try to be as dignified as possible. They're not where they need to be. They're not
Exactly.
doing what they're supposed to do in their part. Do your
Exactly.
part, ladies. That's my point. Do your part. That's what I'm gonna say.
That's right. That's right.
Play your role. Play your part. You
Exactly.
know, and my pastor just talked about this this past Sunday. He's not saying that you can't uh, you know, um, be your own person, but stop having this boss chick mentality to the point where you're so independent, you're so all about yourself to where you're not willing to submit yourself to that person. And like you said about the man being the head, but that they gotta know how to play that role.
That's right.
Play your part. Just play your part.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Bottom line. Yeah. So on that note, Delinda, I want to know like where where did your journey of acting I'm not filmmaking begin? I want to know where did that start for you? How did it begin? And I also want you to give your tips, because people have their own approach. When I interview other filmmakers, they have their own lane of how they present their work. So give me your perspective on that. First tell me how you started it, how did it start for you, and give your perspective how you present it to the world.
Well, so with how it started was during COVID. Well, I was doing plays, and I had a stage play that was set to air. Well, we was set to perform right before they closed down theaters where you couldn't
Oh.
go in there. So it
Oh,
was like
wow.
before then. So we had a show, we were about to start selling tickets, and they said we couldn't go in there. So we was
Mm.
home. They had worked so hard, and they were like, "Oh, I can't believe we can't do this. What are we gonna do?" And I was like, "I don't know." And then a friend of mine was like, "You should do a movie." And I was like, "How? I don't have no camera. I don't have no crew. We from little old South Boston. Where we going?" And they was like, "Well, if you get the camera and stuff, we'll help you and stuff like that." So, and that's pretty much what we did. I didn't film the play that we were gonna do. I just wrote a whole new movie, and we shot it. I just shot it. I did it from, I was like prayed about it. I said, God, show me what to do. We don't have, where I'm from, you don't see videographers. You don't see
Right.
them here. You have to try
Mhm.
to get it out the mud. And that's what happened. I bought a camera. I got the crew together, just learning from things I saw and read up on. And we did the movie in 2020 when COVID was going on. And it came out
Mhm.
that December. It came,
Oh.
it was supposed to go on my website, but it ended up hitting YouTube instead. And, a lot of people watched it and stuff like that. I still didn't know what I was doing because it still was formatted like a play. So people still perceived it as a play and stuff like that. So that's when about 3 years later, that's when I went to Full Sail University because I wanted to really learn um,
Right.
cinematography and everything like that. So that's how it started. So ever since then, I just haven't stopped, and I haven't even done a play because you
What
can't
movie
really.
was that?
That was a torn heart. That was my very. Do not watch that movie. I was playing. But that was my very first movie, and God, thank God for growth. But that was my very first movie. It's called A Torn Heart, and then I did A Torn Heart 2.
Okay.
And then I did Shelter, which was the play that was getting ready to come forward that
Mhm.
we was going to do, and so forth and so on. So during that, you can see the growth of each movie. If you go back and watch my first movie to now, you will see God's hand is on it. Period.
Yes. Yes.
You can see it off
Absolutely.
the rip. You can see it off the rip. So, but yeah, it's a lot of growth involved. Woo, what is a lot of growth in that? It's a lot of hard work. I just want one of the things I want people to understand is when real filmmakers are passionate about what they do, and we know that there's going to be criticism, but half of the time, the movies that they're watching, that these people are putting in a lot of time,
They are.
effort. You're getting a free
Especially
movie.
being done independently, it's like you don't have them backing a big network, so you ain't gonna have a Tyler Perry type of setup,
No,
you
but they,
know?
they don't.
Mhm.
I feel like some of them don't receive us because they don't want they could do better than that. But honey, you ain't never been on a set. You don't know what this is about. You don't know what
Right.
it's for. We endure some stuff. I know you can endure some things that'll turn that production upside down. You can plan a production all day long, but the day of production, things will go wrong.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
and you have to do what you got to do. I have been the producer and the writer who had to change the script on set.
Mhm.
I've done
Mhm.
that twice. I've had to rewrite the script on set. So sometimes when you see things going on in the movie, you got to understand that some things cannot be helped because of the situation, especially when it's done independently, like you said. So, and you got to understand, I'm wearing every hat. I'm
Yes.
wearing every hat.
Yes. Yes.
And and that's only because of the grace of God. But and I did go to school to get better at what I'm doing. So it's not like I'm sitting up here wasting somebody's time. And I am trying to grow. But how you get how I did you ask me how did I write? How do I
Like,
go
what
about
is your approach? Yeah, what is like some of your approach towards your filmmaking and writing and how you present it? Like what is your approach? What are some of the steps that you take? And also, I wanted to know once everything is said and done, how do you recenter? How do you woosah? What are some of your self care methods? We got to get into that too. Mhm.
well, honestly, I could be at Walmart, which I don't even go to Walmart. I shouldn't say that. I should say Food Line. I could be at Food Line and a movie will come to me.
Mhm. Mm.
Try to keep a notebook nearby so I could just write the
Yes.
little footnotes. And so when I get home, I can write it and completely. I can probably write a script within 2 to 3 days if I'm left alone if I ain't got to run the kids somewhere or something like that. But so I write the script and then I call the actors and tell them this is what you're gonna do, this is who you're gonna play, and they're like, okay, they cool. These are the people I work with all the time because of, like I told you, going back to the pact that I made with them. And I know a lot of people, why she keep using the same. I'm answering your question, folks. It's because we made a pact. You know what I'm saying? So we there's some loyalty there, and so
And you can't afford Denzel.
I can't afford it, please, but they're working towards it. So but yeah, but I call all the actors and and then I go into the production of trying to get location scouting and things like that. Location plays a big part. Where I'm from, it's hard to find locations. Extreme people do not
and
understand.
affordable locations.
Affordable is people don't understand. You have to be creative. You can have the same location and do 2 or 3 of these scenes in it. You have to know what you're doing. And sometimes I have to do that because it's the number one thing to find. It's hard to find here is office. It's hard to find somebody who will lend you their office. It's like let you rent it away. I don't know. Where I'm from is a really small town. It's not a city. So it's like they're like, what you trying to do in here? A movie. They think I'm crazy. So I have to always be creative about it and go another route. And most of the time they know me. So I'm saying, hey, can I do it this, that, and the third in here? And they're like, yeah, girl, go ahead. So it's like, it's relationships being built and things like that. So that's my approach. That's how I get started and stuff like that. Right now I'm on a break. I'm on a because after I write, I take a breather.
Okay. There we go.
I take my breather. Sometimes I go on vacation, maybe a 3-day vacation. Good. Before I get started. Right now I've been on about a 3-month break, but I'm doing that on purpose because I was doing too much. And like I said, I do everything. And so I wanted to step back and take a breather and refresh myself and get a little spiritual, which I did. And now I'm ready to get back out there because I'm working on a project now. We haven't started shooting, but I am working on a project now.
Okay.
Just get back out there. But it's a process. It's a process. And where I'm from is not a lot of actors either. That's what people don't understand. Like I live in South Boston and my actors normally are from Danville. So it's like Danville, Virginia. So it's like, it's not like I have, or I can afford to fly somebody and come be for real. You fly them out here, put them in a hotel. And see, some people, and I work around people's schedule. Like I film on the weekends. I don't film during the week. Some people film one whole week and their movie is done. Well, I don't do that. I respect people's time.
Yes.
I respect, they be like, they work. These people got jobs. We work.
Yes.
This is something that we all are holding on to a dream that's getting ready to come true. But if we give up, it's not going to come true. So that's basically how I go about it. And that's how I've been doing it. I'm the only one in my company running the show, doing everything.
Yes. Yeah, you're one of one. And I understand. So I'm so glad that you actually broke it down that way because I don't think a lot of people from the outside looking in really truly understand what it takes to put something out there. And sometimes we all, we do. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have my share of critiques, in some of the Tubi movies, but I still watch because I'm a fan of the Tubi space. I'm a fan.
Yeah. But you see a Delinda movie. She is the one that's shooting it. She wrote the songs. She is pretty much doing the music, the engineering. I'm doing all that by myself.
All of that.
On my set, the people I work with understand me. That's why it's hard to bring in a new actress because if she looks at me or he looks at me and they're like, she know what she's doing? But my actors know I know what I'm doing. You see what
the expectations are different.
You get what I'm saying? So you might have been on another set where have a 50-some crew. You ain't got but me, the director.
Right. Yes.
You get what I'm saying? So you're going to come to me and honestly, the way I run it and hold it down, they have the best fun in the absolute word. They'll tell you. You ask any actor of mine, they're not going to give you no bad. They shouldn't be saying nothing bad on me because I feed them and we do good.
Like you treat them right.
Oh, yeah. I treat my actors right. What can they say? What can you
right? Because because Isaiah. Isaiah has high, high praise for you.
Yes.
Yes, he really spoke highly of you, and I don't think it's just because of the other relation, but I just really think that he is just so impressed by your work ethic and the way you interact with each other and how you're able to keep it separate, professional and
Yes.
personal. So I think yeah, but he gave you high praise, and I want to do that as well because I mean just based off what you said alone made me tired because I'm like, how does this woman sleep? How does she have the time? But the fact that you make the time for yourself and go on these sabbaticals and these vacations, you definitely do deserve it. Because
Yeah.
you're wearing all these hats, and a lot of people have mental breakdowns. Look at Martin Lawrence; he did the thin line between love and hate all by himself, and it caused him to have all kind of mental conniptions. So for you to actually remain centered and you to remain humble and for you to just remain steadfast in your journey, I just want to give you your flowers while I can,
Thank you.
because you're just so deserving of them. So I just want to make sure that I acknowledge that, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah. So what's next for you? I know you mentioned about something coming up, but what else is next for
Before
Delinda
we go
Kay?
into that, I want to mention something.
Hmm.
On on Unauthorized Love, there was a scene that's on Facebook. A lot of people have posted it, and they keep saying it was a roach. Now, I want to
What?
address this. I want to address this scene.
Now I
It
gotta
was
see
not
it
a
now,
roach.
again, as I didn't notice. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want the people to know I left that in there on purpose. I left it in there. It was not no roach because that house. Please, are you kidding me? My locations ain't never got no roach in there. Never. And it was kind of blowing me how all of us was saying it was a roach. It just floored me. It was a water bug. And I left it in that scene on purpose because I knew that somebody was going to post it on Facebook saying they didn't see the roach in there and it won't even know roach. This is our people attacking us. Do you
Yes.
see what I'm
Yes.
saying? And it wasn't even a roach. It was a water bug. Promise you it was. And I said, you know what, Isaiah? I'm gonna leave it in there. You know why I'm gonna leave it on there? It's, it's gonna run my ratings up.
And it did. Thanks for the click and view, you guys.
See how God will turn that hate up. He'll turn it just like that. So it was not no roach. And for them to be able to look and say, look at the roach. How can you see a roach that far away? I just couldn't believe it. When I
They don't miss anything. They don't miss
They don't
anything.
miss nothing. So
No.
I said, y'all, let's just leave it in there. Because I had several takes I could have used. Several. I was like, I'm gonna leave it up in there and watch they post it. Just as soon as I said it, they did it.
But a water bug is even worse. Oh Lord. Oof.
It was a water bug. Where we was at, I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now, the location that we filmed at, that house is absolutely gorgeous. The woman is immaculate. You can eat off her floors. Please get real. Ain't no roach in there. That's what I'm saying. Why do we automatically think? I just couldn't believe it. We automatically, as a people, think negative. Why can't we
Of
stop?
course.
Why
Of
can't we
course.
stop that though? Why can't we be positive? Why can't we
Mm.
do that? I don't understand why it's so hard. Why can't we uplift people who's doing something? Do you have a movie on Tubi? No. Do you have
Mm-mm.
Amazon, Apple TV? Do y'all have movies on there? No. But yet you bringing down somebody who do. It used to be a time we couldn't even get our films on there. So we should be
Right.
forcing
Absolutely.
filmmakers that's bringing y'all free content when y'all listen.
Yes.
On and on. Free
Yes. You
content.
better tell it.
When you ain't got
Yes.
nothing else going on, you can pop on Tubi and watch a good movie from some
Yes.
culture. And I just feel like when I see them, not just my movie, they be bashing, I mean, really bashing. Now, some movies probably can have a little bit more effort. I'm not talking about them. But I'm talking about the ones who for a fact that's grown, who's trying. Y'all got to stop. For real.
I agree.
You got to
I
stop
totally agree.
going on them sets. You don't know what them people are going through. It takes a lot to do a movie. I'm gonna say that again.
Oh
It takes a
yeah.
lot to do a movie. So
Yes.
stop acting like y'all know what's going on them sets because you don't. People are working hard. It's a lot. First of all, I can take criticism, or I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. That's number one. I have been hearing, negative stuff all my life. So I just like, you ain't gonna stop me. I'm going to the top. That's basically what I say.
Right.
But
I was gonna say, new levels, new devils, Delinda.
that's what it is. But I just wanted to point out that situation because when I seen it, I didn't even respond. I just bust out laughing because I knew they was gonna do it. And they did it and they ran the ratings up. So thank you.
Oh yeah. That's what they do. I mean, that's like there's so many platforms that be pointing out Tubi floors, like they have all these like Tubi bloopers and all that stuff they put up,
Really?
like yeah, oh yeah, they have all kind of Tubi floors in these posts on social media. Oh yeah, it's funny though. It's funny.
Oh, well, okay. I just wanted to address it because they kept on saying it was a roach. And honey, you don't mess with my character because I ain't got no roach. My character. Listen. Even when we was in poverty, we never had roaches. Period.
Right.
Even though we grew up with nothing. My mama house was clean. She ain't had no roach. I ain't never seen no roach. Never. So what are you talking about? I said, why is we reluctant to claim a roach so fast?
Yeah, that's right. Set the record straight. Like that was not a roach, you guys. That wasn't a roach.
Don't play with me because I ain't got no roach.
No roaches over here.
No.
No, I didn't notice. So now I got to watch it again. I didn't notice.
Look to the Tubi groups, they posted it in there.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So using the group chat. You had time that day, huh, Delinda?
Well, I don't comment when I see stuff like that. I don't comment negatively. You will never see me comment when they talk about my movies bad and stuff. I never comment because see, I ain't gonna go there. I don't talk. I just look at it. I don't never say nothing negative. I never get down in there.
Yeah, don't let it consume you.
No, I always say thank you for watching or something like that. But I don't.
Yes.
What they say, listen. What they say won't make or break me.
Yes.
Their opinions don't matter to me. It doesn't. And so I just go on with God, go on with what I got going on, what He promised me. I ain't got nothing to do with them folks putting in group chats and stuff like that. I really don't. They do it all the time. Not just my movie. They attach.
Oh yeah.
And I'd be like, now one time I did say something about a movie. I ain't gonna say which one it was, but I said something because I had watched somebody else's movie and they were bashing this movie really, really bad. And there's some well-known actors was in it. And I said to myself, this was a good movie. What are y'all talking about? See, some
people like, we have different tastes, when it comes to,
They tore that movie up really bad. And I was like, I'm gonna say something today because what did y'all watch? Because I thought it was great. And I'm a writer, so I'm like, even some Hollywood movies, you'd be like, they could.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You like what you like. I mean, because for me personally, I'm watching a movie or TV show for entertainment purposes. I'm not doing a deep dive too much. I'm not doing too much analytics like most. But I'm not a movie critic. I save it for them. Who want us to do like critiques. But I'm just there to just enjoy. And you don't always have to take everything seriously either. There's certain movies or certain things. One of my favorite movies is Babs. That's one of my favorite movies.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's not to be taken seriously. We know it's not a good. We're not, it's not that great of a movie, but I enjoy it.
No, it's a classic though. It's a classic.
Exactly. It's a cult classic.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. So what's next for you, Delinda?
Like I said, I'm coming up off a break. I'm working on a production now. We haven't started filming. We'll probably start filming the next month or two, maybe. And then I think I'm gonna coast out the year because I've never really taken a long break. I will have a movie right after another one.
Right.
And, I just feel like I need a break because because you can burn yourself spiritually.
Yes.
But I think they know who I am now. If they don't, go watch my movies. But I just need a break right now. So after I do this one, I think I might do another one towards the end of the year that'll go into the next year. But I'm not pressed about doing one right behind this one. I'm not. No.
No, don't be pressed. And that's what I said. Sometimes you just have to make sure that you enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And so I'm glad that you're doing that. And so and I'm also glad just to be a part of a smidgen of your journey. So
thank you.
So it's up from there.
You keep what you're doing because I see greater for you anyway.
Oh, thank you so much.
This is just the beginning, honey. I promise you. This is just the beginning. Just here, I can tell you, don't ever give up. I don't care what your family say. I don't care what anybody say. Oh, she needs to stop. Oh, well, I'm not stopping. I've had people tell me to stop. I'm like, are you crazy? I'm not doing that.
Definitely that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Means a lot.
Yeah, don't stop. Don't stop. It's gonna go somewhere. I know people have told me, when I have told, somebody have asked me, what do you do? And I say, oh, I do movies. And they would just stare at me. I was like, and it was like,
right.
What do you mean you do movies? That's the next question.
Oh, okay.
I do films. You said, what you mean? Where are they at? I said, I tell them they on Amazon or Tubi or whatever. And they say, oh, okay. But they don't take me seriously. Not here.
Mm,
Not where I'm from. They don't take me seriously.
really? Even
Mm-mm.
now?
Even now.
Interesting.
No.
Oh, but Delinda, once again, okay, I'm just saying. I mean, but I'm like, why? Like now, you on a different on a different trajectory. So, that's
They don't
interesting.
pay me no mind here where I'm from. They don't pay me no mind. And I don't care because,
Right.
my territory is being enlarged and I don't care about it.
Right, exactly. And I feel the same way. And we see you, Delinda. We see you.
Yeah, thank you. I
Don't worry
appreciate
about that.
I
Absolutely.
appreciate y'all. Yeah, but yeah, I don't pay them no mind now. They rarely see me out and about now. I don't even come out and about. My daughter do my errands.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want to fool with them. I don't even want to fool with people.
Yeah,
Half
keep those who need to be, those who need to be in your circle, like God reveals those who needs to be, because people are in your lives for a reason and for a season. So just make sure that you know who are
Right,
supposed to be in your life and what for what purpose.
right.
So and I know you understand that because
Of
you
course.
have a good sense of discernment, so you understand that. So I ain't
Yeah,
got to tell you, yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
Delinda, let me have some fun with you though. This has been great so far,
Mhm,
but I want to
mhm.
have some fun with you. So
Okay.
this is a segment that I enjoy with my guests, and it's called This or That.
Oh boy. Okay.
Here they come, yo. Here they come.
All right, so this is a segment I enjoy, and I'm gonna just come up with random stuff, and you can't plead the fifth. You can't choose both. You got to choose one or the other. This or that,
Okay.
right? So, and just so you know, that's most of it's gonna be music related because I'm a music head. I can't help myself. So I'm gonna give you the heads up now.
I don't know who the person is. Tell me a song or something, because I might
Okay,
not.
I'll let you know. Yeah, I'll help you out.
Because I'm
Yeah.
yeah, I'm older, but I might not know their names.
Okay, no, that's fine. I'll help you out with that. And
Okay.
also let me know if I give you the two things. If you're not familiar with one or the other, then let me know because I want to make sure that you're familiar with both because that's the
Okay.
purpose.
Okay.
All right. So, slushy or snow cones.
Slushy.
Okay. And so, iced tea or lemonade.
Lemonade.
Lil Kim or Foxy Brown.
Lil Kim.
Oh, you said that quick. Okay. But now I'm gonna go back because you said you like old school music. So now I'm gonna go back now. All right. So Earth, Wind and Fire or LTD.
Earth, Wind and Fire.
Okay. Are you familiar with LTD though? Because like I said, I want to make sure. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because I want to make sure, but
Yeah.
okay. All right. So now I'm gonna get you with this one. The Clark sisters or the Pace sisters.
Ooh.
I
I'm
know,
gonna go with
right?
Pace because
Oh,
Mama
okay.
Pace was something else, honey. She was a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah. I
I'm
know
gonna
that's
say,
so hard because I mean those are some power. I mean
yeah, they both was good.
powerhouses
Yeah,
like
they were.
power. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Just
gonna have to go with Pace though.
okay. So new guest or unauthorized love.
Oh, that's hard.
Good. I love it. I love to stick. I love to stick to people. I love to make them stuck.
Because honestly, I'm gonna say unauthorized love.
Okay. And real quickly, tell me why.
Because of my growth, not because of the movie, because
Mhm.
my growth in the film period and shooting, put it that way. Not nothing to do with the storyline.
Okay.
I
Oh
chose
no.
I chose on that Barrett because it was hard because I like the new guest too. I really liked that movie. I had fun with that movie. That movie was shot
Oh.
the same day. That's why I liked
Oh,
it.
really?
hmm That's why I
Oh
like that
wow.
movie.
That
Yeah,
is crazy.
that was hard. That was
Yeah,
hard work.
wow.
I shot it in one day.
Okay.
And
Now,
those, yeah,
okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
those actors. I mean, they learned that script within a week, and I'm proud of it. And a lot of
Wow.
people don't like that movie, but I'm not sure why they don't like the new guest because
Wow. Yeah. Well, I
a lot
mean,
of people didn't like it.
hmm,
A lot of people didn't like
I
it.
guess different tastes. You're like you can't please everyone.
No, you can't please everyone. But yeah, that's the only reason why I
Mhm.
chose it. That's the only reason why I
All
chose
right.
it.
Okay. So, um, John B. or Robin Thicke.
John B.
Okay. All right. Now, L.A. and Babyface or Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
I don't know Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Who is that? I'm sorry. What are they saying? I'm so serious. I know, Babyface.
Oh, Delinda, well, hold on. I'm sorry. I need a moment. Give me a moment. Lord Jesus. Oh, God. Woo! Lord, forgive her. Let me say a quick little prayer. Lord,
Hey, give me a song.
forgive her, Lord. Jesus, because I'm gonna take the black card, Lord. Yes, I'm gonna take the black
Please
card.
say Black
It's
or
gonna happen.
Sorry.
Jesus, Lord. Woo!
I probably heard that song.
No, it's not Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. They are a big, well
Oh wait,
known.
you talking about theater?
No, oh God, Delinda, Lord,
There
Jesus,
he does.
stop talking, Delinda, Lord, you making it worse, Delinda, Lord, Jesus, woo, God,
Wait, Terry
application,
Lewis sings for
application.
in plays
Jimmy
though.
Jam and Terry Lewis, they're a legendary singer songwriting team. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis,
What songs they wrote?
Tender Love by the Force MDs. They are, part of the New Jack Swing movement. They did no, they didn't do Superwoman Karen White, but oh my God, Jesus, oh Lord.
I'm sorry.
Oh God, okay. Okay, I need a moment. Jimmy, oh Lord, Jesus. Janet Jackson. I mean, that alone. They were responsible for a lot of Janet Jackson's success. That alone should be. Oh Lord Jesus. Okay. All right. Lord, forgive her. Lord, forgive her, child. Forgive her, Lord.
Please forgive me. Wait, you putting them against Babyface?
No, I said because L.A. Reid and Babyface, they're a singer, a songwriting and production
Right.
team. They have
I
LaFace.
know them. Yeah,
There's
very.
LaFace. There's LaFace, L.A. Reid and Babyface. They're and then there's Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
I
You
don't
know,
know them.
oh
But
God.
but even though, I'm sorry, I'm still gonna put LaFace
Oh, okay, but still,
because
no, I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change it because now you done made me, Lord Jesus. Ooh, Lord.
I'm sorry.
You got my pressure up now, Lord Jesus. Okay, you done
I'm
put a
so
shift in the
sorry.
atmosphere. Yeah, you gotta look. You gotta do your research, please, Delinda, please do your research on Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, please,
I will. I
please do.
am just because of that. And I'm a music
Yeah,
lover.
please
But
do. But how you, Jimmy? Oh God, Lord, oh Lord. Woo. Okay. I'm back. Okay, we back. Okay. I'm telling you, people gonna see this and they're gonna pray for you just as hard.
I hope they do. I'm sorry, y'all. Listen, folks.
Ooh,
Sorry.
ooh,
All I know
ooh.
is Babyface.
Okay. Oh Lord. Okay. All right, I'm back. All right. All right. So, lipstick or lip gloss?
Lipstick.
Lipstick or lip gloss? Okay. All righty. So, I don't know if you eat your vegetables. You should be eating your vegetables.
Yeah.
Zucchini or squash?
Ooh, neither.
You said, ooh, broccoli or string beans?
String beans,
Mashed potatoes or potato salad?
mashed potatoes.
Carrot cake or red velvet cake?
Ugh, neither. But red velvet if I had to choose.
You don't like carrot cake? Because the way you made that face.
It's not good. I tried it. I was like, I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't even like
S-
red velvet, like talking about
you
it.
don't really like? Oh, you don't really like it like that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I guess it depends who makes it. Because I'm with you on the red velvet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
not
can make-
everybody can make red velvet cake,
That's
so
what I'm
I'm with
saying.
you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whipped cream or frosting?
Frosting.
Okay. And oh, you got a sweet tooth on you. I see that.
But I don't
Um,
eat water. I don't
yeah.
eat
So
that stuff anymore.
Now Laters or Jolly Ranchers?
Ooh. I'm gonna say now laters.
Okay. And so Boston baked beans or Mike and Ike's?
Boston baked beans.
All right, thank you for playing with me, Jimmy. Yeah, so please make sure you look up Jimmy. Oh, I can't get over that Jimmy
I
Jam.
will, because I'm
I can't get
sorry.
it. I still I still can't get over that. I don't know. I think I just have a feeling that you may you have to know who they are, but maybe it's just not registering. You maybe have a delay somewhere and you have a delayed response to it because I
Could
just
be. It could be because,
yeah.
but I'm 42 years old, and I should know, but I may not.
Don't. Oh God,
But but when you said Terry Lewis, I thought about the actor, but whatever.
no, no.
I knew
Uh,
LaFace. I mean,
Yeah, but yeah, but
They was in the same era?
yeah.
Why don't I know them? Say their names again.
Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis.
I've heard of Jimmy Jam, not
Yeah,
Terry
please,
Lewis.
please look them up. Uh, oh,
I've heard of Jimmy Jam.
okay. So, hey, so Delinda, these are the final two questions I like to ask before we wrap up. So,
Okay.
are you looking them up?
No, I was because
Okay,
I'm
go ahead. Go ahead. I'll let you. I'm gonna give you time to do that. Yes.
because because I don't.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, do that. Yeah, I'd rather you do that because I need for you to. I need for you to look for
Wait.
do some research.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, is it getting now? Is it registering?
Yes.
Okay. Woo.
Oh my
Okay, so
goodness.
now you know.
Yes. So I'm still gonna go with.
The
I'm still
face.
going with the face. I'm
Okay.
still going with the face. I'm sorry. Why they didn't register?
But I'm glad you know now that you've seen them. Now I'm glad. Ooh,
Yes,
Lord.
I seen their faces because I
Oh
was like,
God.
what's blowing me? Yes, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
The face. Still the
Okay.
face though.
In the face. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. That was funny. Yeah. So these are the final two questions I'd like to ask before we wrap up. So
Okay.
Delinda, I want to know if you had the opportunity to have five people at the seat of your table, dead or alive, who would they be and why? And I need the why for each one.
Ooh, dead or alive?
Yeah, dead or alive. No, it doesn't matter who. It doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be any particular, dead or alive. This is your five people at the seat of your table.
Jesus is alive, but I'm gonna say Jesus, and the reason why is because He's gonna give me full direction,
Oh yes.
absolute full direction. So I need His
Mhm.
guidance, and ask Him different things about His struggles and how He overcame. And of course, it's in the Bible of how He did it, but some things may have, I can question outside of the Bible. Him,
Right.
I would like to ask. Um, it's hard. My granddad, because granddaddy was a man with a vision. He died early, but he was a man of structure and order. And I wanted to know some of his. Like, now, as I'm 42, I would like to have known some of the struggles he went through and how he overcame it. Just listening to someone's story can help you with yours. Um,
Right.
you said five dead or alive. I would like to sit with uh, Denzel Washington. He's full of wisdom, full of the industry. Even though God, his title is huge.
Hmm.
He
Hmm.
he would give me the ins and out of what I need going forward in the entertainment industry. Period, regardless of what. Um, I would like to pick his brain real bad. Angela Bassett, she is the one that I inspired me to act and inspired me to get into this. She was a big inspiration. Um, I got one more?
Yes.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Viola Davis too,
Okay.
because because um I know she has something she could tell me that would help me on this journey. Um,
Okay.
because she's been through a lot too, as far as the industry. Um,
Right.
so putting all those people at the table together would give me some good direction on where I'm going. They could give me some wisdom that I need.
Yes.
So I would take all of them.
All righty. Good stuff. Good stuff. And who would get the big piece of chicken and why?
Out of at the table,
At the table. Hmm.
Jesus, I could never repay him, honey. I would give it to Jesus because he deserves the chicken. Everybody
Yeah.
else can pay for. Never repay him, but I at least try.
let's let's
But that-
least you can let's start. Yeah. Let's start with the big piece of chicken. Let's start there.
yeah, yeah, I get it to him. I can never repay him back, but I'm gonna try.
All
To
right.
y'all be all right.
Absolutely. So let me segue into this question that I take from the late James Lipton from inside the actor studio. So, Deliinda Kay, When you enter into the pearly gates, what would you want God to say?
Well done, my good and faithful servant.
Yes, I get that a lot. Yeah, that's.
Doing that.
Because don't we all wish to,
Yeah,
that we
absolutely.
could receive that we could receive that from Him? Absolutely.
Yes, I want him to say, the sun's come down. I want him to say, "Well done, my good and faithful servant."
Absolutely. But I could physically say it here on earth. Well done, Delinda.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
And
you.
thank you for this. Thank you for this. Thank you for your thank you for your work, body of work. Just thank you for your overall presence here. So it's been a blessing having you here. It's been a
Thank
time. It's been
you.
a
Thank,
time.
thank you for having.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. And so would you mind staying back for me? When we're done, would you
Yeah,
mind staying back for me?
yeah.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Delinda Kay. Yes. Thank you so much, and God bless you. So that was Delinda Kay in the building, and I thank her so much for just taking the time to vibe with me because I think it wasn't just for me so much an interview, it was a whole vibe that we had together, able to share her journey, her experiences when it came to her professional life as well as her personal life. So I'm really hope that you're able to take from that and just grow from that as well. For when whatever spot you're in right now, hopefully that will help you to evolve to wherever it is that you need to go. So I really thank her for coming on. This is another great interview, and I really do appreciate her taking the time to make her presence known here. And so I think those who in the audience, those who supported, whether they came in real time, those who in the bushes, whether you catch the replay, whatever support that I get from you, I really appreciate it either way. So thank you so much. And if I don't hear from you, or if you don't hear from me rather, between now and this coming Saturday, please make sure you tune in this coming Saturday morning at 11 a.m. I know it's usually not the time I normally do my interviews, but I have another engagement to attend to that day within that time frame that I normally do my interviews. But this one is going to be this coming Saturday at 11 a.m. where I'm going to be interviewing with DJ the singer. So please make sure that you tune in for that. And so in the meantime, just make sure you do what my man Calvin Michaels would say.
Like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, you gotta like, share, and subscribe.
Ooh, I like that.
You like the
Yes,
content,
yes,
share
I
and
like that.
subscribe. Oh,
Yeah.
you got to like, share, and subscribe.